Hi everyone, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. My name is Tina, and today we're doing a reading for our Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, fire sign. So what do we have for, there's already two that came out. So it came out this way, that way. Yeah, let's see what else we got for Sagittarius. Let's see. So first we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is, excuse me, there's cat hair on it. Ten of Wands is, you see how he's carrying everything, and it seems like whatever you're carrying is very burdensome at the moment. So, but it's almost over because it is a 10, and tarot goes from 1 to 10, and then it goes back around back to 1, and then it's the king, queen, all that, but that's usually depicting energies of peoples around you. But this is like the energy of like your energy at the moment, and what you're carrying could be burdensome, and could there be certain things that you don't need to carry anymore? And these are questions to ask yourself at the moment. So 10 of Wands, it's also the end of a cycle. It's the 10. So okay, and then we have the Judgment card. So if I put them together, it would be like you're placing a judgment. You're analyzing things and seeing what it is that's absolutely necessary for you at the moment to be carrying, so things are not so heavy on you. And also the Judgment card on its own, it talks about things of the past that were, these are people coming out of the coffins, like the divine masculine, the inner child, the divine feminine, and the divine is intervening and calling these things out of the grave. So it could be things you've been carrying for years that you no longer have to carry because things have changed by now, and whatever comes back up is like renewed, made new. It's like, let's get an example here. Let's say you work, but then you learned how to do self-care. Even though you're doing your self-care, did you kind of let go of work energies around you, or kind of work when it's necessary, work when it's time, and more time management? So you're still able to work. That's what it's saying. Like your ability to be able to work in this example, you're still able to go and work and do things. It's just now you're not putting so much pressure on yourself, and you're doing what you are assigned to do. Okay. So this gives an example of what these cards here mean. Okay. And let's see what else we got. For Sagittarius Nation, let's see what we have. What else do we have? What else do we have for our Sagittarius? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. So basically you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. You're also walking away and stepping away, moving away from rough waters. You see how there's rough waters here, and you're going to calmer, more peaceful shores. You're going and you're being guided. So this tells you here, you're being guided by the divine, so that things of the past will be renewed, and only what is necessary, like only what is necessary will stay, and what is not necessary will be discarded of. So this is the moving away card. So you're moving away from heavy burdens that no longer have to do with you anymore. You're stepping away from things that no longer have to do with your direct environment and what you're trying to accomplish while moving forward towards your goals. See what else is here for Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have for Sagittarius. What else do we have for Sagittarius? There's one. So what you're walking away towards is towards your goal, which is to attain the 10 of Cups. Is to have that wish fulfillment. Is to have that happy, fulfilling life. And that's what you're working towards. That's what you're walking away from, heavy burdens. Allowing the divine to make things anew for you. And to transform what was into something better, into... You know how we go through things and we could say that shit happened? I call them fertilizer moments because those were the key things that helped us in our growth, in our personal development. So basically, what you will retain from those experiences is the lessons extracted and the wisdom that's in those lessons. So you're walking away from the BS, basically, because you're going towards calmer shores, which is to get your wish fulfillment. Okay, and the final outcome card for our Sagittarius nation. There's one that flipped. Woo! There's one that flipped, and you know what? It is the World card. So you're going towards finalizing an old cycle to begin a brand new one to get to your goals. Like you're putting an end to things that don't serve you anymore. The things that was just too heavy. You're letting all that go, and you're keeping what keeps you going and keeps you motivated. So that's an excellent card to have as a final outcome. That's beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun card. So the answer is yes, move forward. Keep following your intuition. Follow that inner calling. You'll attain what it is that you're looking for. Okay? So I'm going to move them just a little bit. And we're going to get some clarifiers from the completion of a cycle oracle deck. And these are the originals, the ones that I made. Okay, so let's see here. What do we have for clarifiers for our Sagittarius nation? Okay, so we already got 3 that popped up. All right. It says you are where you are supposed to be. So at this moment, as it is, even if it feels painful at the moment, just if things are feeling painful, just make yourself like you are a screen door and allow the winds of pain to go through you to finally be released. That's one way of having an imagery, having a kind of like a picture in your mind on how you can allow the process of releasing these things you no longer need, including certain behavioral patterns you may have had that worked before that doesn't work now and only causes an anxiety. So those are the things to be let go of. Now, if you don't let go of them, well, you'll be reminded, because the next card is mirror, mirror. You are mirroring each other. So there's a possibility that you are encountering either people that will mirror where you were and those things that you're letting go of. Okay, so it's little reminders to say, oh yeah, I remember being that. I remember being that. I remember being there. And I also know that I no longer need that in my life. So as you release those things, they will no longer be around in your immediate environment. You won't even, they won't be attracted to you and you won't be attracted to them. So mirror, mirror works both ways. It also works in the ways of when you do your internal work and you start setting your internal magnet on the, and you have your focus on what you do want. What you do want is to have that wish fulfillment, right? So the more you focus on those things that bring you the happiness and the joy, the more the universe will mirror these things back to you to say it's on its way. Well, we have a friend that came up. Hi, baby. You come to see the card reading for Sagittarius? Hi, baby. You missed me, didn't ya? All right, baby girl. Here, you go on your chair. So the next one is for those of you that are waiting on people that are either single and they're waiting to find out, like, when is the universe going to bring me the love of my life? It says your love is making their way towards you. For those of you that have long distance relationship and you're wondering when you'll be able to see them, it's saying that your love is making their way towards you. Also, on another aspect, for people coming together, which is part of the Ten of Cups as well, as the happy fulfillment with a family, with your twin soul, with your divine counterpart. It says common goals. So get into the things that you do love doing. And you will meet that person that has common interest as you. Okay? That's one way to attract the love that you would like to have in your life as a partner. Okay, next we're going to go with the Divine Abundance cards and see what messages we have for our Sagittarius. Divine Abundance. What do you have for our Saggies? Sagittarius. Let's see what we have. We have, ooh, some are twisting and turning, but not totally out yet. So just one moment. Let's see. What do we have for Sagittarius? I said it'll be a pop out. Whew, all right. And two. We got two of them. First one, we have the card Reframe. So part of letting go of the things that no longer serve us, and it's also part, and it has to do with turning your back on a certain way of thinking in life as well, because swords are about the mental realm and how we think. So it's also like, let's read the definition. It says, this is happening for me, not to me. So reframe is about reframing your way of perceiving life, that you think everything's happening to you, that it, you know, that you're and then you put yourself in that victim mode. And being in a victim mode, what you're doing in the mirror and what you're attracting towards you, it would be predators. You know, so if you want to change that whole energetic dynamic around you, it would be to reframe your way of looking at life. Know that, let's say you have a whole bunch of friends and there's like 3 of them that no longer want to be your friend, and they just end up just distancing themselves away from you. Well, it's happening for you. It's because you're raising your vibration and maybe they're not, or maybe, you know, it's a change in the path, because you're still going to go towards your wish fulfillment. You're going to go towards your goal. And the people that you need or that will be beneficial to you will show up along your journey. But you don't know that until you start making the steps towards your journey. So it's just to get an understanding that the universe has your back, and that things are happening for you. They're not happening to you, even though, yes, it seems that way, and definitely it feels that way at times, until we start reframing the way we look at things. We look at things in a different way, and then things around us starts changing and starts interacting with us in a different way, and then we get to see a broader, a different perspective, a more expanded view on how life works with our own individual selves and our own expansion, our own growth. Okay? And the next one is liberation. Yay! So liberation from hard things to carry and burdens and things we put upon ourselves by choice, and sometimes by, you know, so it's doing those changes. So it's liberation. The doubts and fear still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So that's what changes. You start reframing your mind. You start changing the way you look at things. And then those things start appearing different to you. Okay, so the doubts and fears still come up. Of course, we're human. They'll come up until we, and then the more that we don't believe that it's us anymore, it's like we're letting it go. So it's like the universe testing our resolve at the same time to see what it is we really want, and to see if we can do that transformation. It's interesting that there is a dragonfly. Now, people think that you could just do this transformation once and you're good. No, see, a dragonfly goes through 4 stages of transformation before it actually becomes. The 4th change is becoming a dragonfly. So it starts in the water as a little larva type of thing, and then it turns into a type of water bug, and then it's a land bug, and then that land bug opens up eventually, and then it's the dragonfly that comes out. He spreads his wings and everything, lets it dry, and then he can fly away and eat the mosquitoes, which is awesome. So just know that going through these transformation that Sagittarius in the collective, some of you are going through, there'll be a sense of liberation and also empowerment, because now you'll be able to get rid of the mosquitoes as well. It's a figure of speech, but you know what I mean. Like you'll be able to also help others, you know. So liberation is a very nice card. That's wonderful. Now let's see what we have for the relationship oracle from the relationship oracle deck here for our Sagittarius. So what do we have for our Sagittarius at the moment? Spirits, guides, and the highest high of divinity. Give us some message for our Sagittarius at the moment. For the collective of Sagittarius. It says to... Yeah, 1 flipped. Woo! Honesty. Nice. So just intuitively, be honest with yourself. Be honest of which things you like. Usually after the 10, it goes back to 1. You choose one of these and then you keep moving forward. So honesty. It's a card number 23 for those of you that follow numerology. It says, the energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. So it's about being honest with yourself. When you're honest with yourself, this is the kind of energy you're going to project on the outside of you. So when you're honest with yourself, you will be honest with others. Hey, kitty, you come to see again? Kitty. And remember, when you're honest with yourself, also remember to be kind. Don't be mean to yourself. You know, I say, honestly, I think every time I do this, whatever it is, I'm actually self-sabotaging and bringing myself into fear. You know, so it's about taking an honest look at your own behaviors, your own way of interacting with yourself, because that gets reflected on the outside of you. It could be unconscious as well. So doing a going to look inside of you and taking that honest look, not being afraid. They say courageously, so it does take that courage. And you guys are fire sign. You got that courage. You could do it. And then you'll be able to see what it is that you could do to improve yourself. Because we're always evolving, always growing. And if you need help, find sources that you trust, that you know you can trust. Okay? So, honesty. Oh, kitty. Come here, baby girl. Alright. You stay there, baby. Well, you've got a visit from my kitty cat twice, and her name is Bibi. Kitty cats. Cats have the ability to be in between two worlds, and they're able to perceive the truth in things. So it's kind of like having a cat's eye view on yourself and see how you are presenting yourself. Okay, and it's what you believe about yourself that is the most important, not what others believes about yourself. Okay, it's you with you, and then what can you do in this internal relationship to grow from there. Okay, next we're going to get a numerology card for the Sagittarius collective. Excuse me. So what do we have for Sagittarius? Well, first one that came out says Happy Endings, card number 93 for those following numerology. Happy endings. This is wonderful. So this is about using your will, your own will, by your own choice on what it is you want to do. Okay? And happy ending, which is like, it's the end of a burdensome cycle. You've got divine intervention helping you out. You are making the steps and turning away from things that you no longer serve you. So it's a happy ending because you're moving away from those rough waters and going into calmer shores. It's also moving towards your goal of wish fulfillment. And it's also happy endings. It's the completion of a cycle. This is the World card. To get to the World card, you need to go through all the other major arcanas to get to the World card. So if you've already been through everything that you needed to go through, now it's about taking that time of reflection, being honest with yourself, and seeing what tools you would need to go towards your goal, but for the new cycle that is going to begin. So you got happy endings, so it's going to be gentle with you. And be gentle with yourself. They say use kindness and tact, and that's towards you. What else is there? Is there anything else for our Sagittarius? Is there anything else for our Sagittarius from these cards? Said no. All right. So next we're going to go to our Moonology cards. What do we have for Sagittarius from the Moonology cards? Ooh, there's a couple that flipped. Perfect. First we have the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. So you're getting pretty excited about the new choices that you're making for yourself. Okay? And then that excitement is an energy that is going to start a ball rolling. So it's going to start a momentum. Get into that flow for yourself and enjoy it. And go through the flow and keep with your honesty, your integrity, and keep going through that flow, and you'll see something amazing happen. Okay, and then we have the Waning Moon here. It says, what do you need to release? So this still comes back to the honesty card. It's to find out when you go and do that internal journey for a moment. It's what is it that you need to release? Is it a self-sabotaging behavior pattern? Is it a certain belief you had that was limiting? Is it certain people's, places, situations, or situationship? You know, so it's you will know what is right for you. Okay, because it says you are where you are supposed to be. Okay. And the universe has your back because you have the guidance here of angels and the divine. So it's a representation, but the universe has your back and it's going to bring you towards what it is that you truly seek. Now, the next card we're going to get, I had a book to show. There it is. It is the Crystal Medicine Oracle. So we're going to grab and see what we can get from the Crystal Medicine Oracle cards. What do we have for Sagittarius? Woo, all right. Do we have anything else? Yes, we do. Okay. It just flew. So, the first one is retreat. A lot of people has been getting this. So, retreat. So, retreat is like either retreating within yourself or doing an actual retreat. It's good to go into nature. And here, there's a representation. It talks about retreat, and then it says mountains. And then the number is 24. And mountains are interesting because they're the oldest formation. Like, you know, you have trees. And mountains represent, like, everything that was. So everything that was has its own wisdom. A lot of people, different cultures, they'll go to the base of a mountain or on a mountain. And they'll sit there and listen and feel the intuitions, or allow themselves to be open to receive the energies of a mountain. A mountain is sturdy, and it'll give you some sense to your life and bring you the messages that you need. So it's about also retreat. It's also about going into nature. And if you can't make it to a mountain, and that's okay, that happens, you can also, the help of the crystal that will help you with this retreating energy is the green calcite. So you can look at some of your local crystal shops, or you can go look online and you can order some if you'd like to have the help of the crystals. Okay, so that is retreat. And the other one that popped up is ancestor healing. We just talked about the mountains, and the mountains, like it's basically, it has our ancestors' energy in it, because it's all the old civilizations that built up to become the mountains, the old rocks, everything. So ancestor healing, connecting, and this is part of the healing journey as well, because you see you have a tree here from the bottom up, like you were looking up, and the tree is showing like a DNA helix here. So it's showing to heal your DNA, to heal yourself at a cellular level. Nature is there to help us. And in nature, you get also the connection to our ancestors. And what's associated with the ancestor healing is the tree. It says tree right here. It's the card number 1. And the crystal associated with it, it would be amber. Okay? So for those of you that can't get to an area where there would be trees to help you with the nature, you can go and get yourself an amber stone, and that would also help with the healing process or connecting with the ancestors and allowing that healing to happen within you. And those of you that do have trees around you, you can go and sit or walk or be amongst the trees. Even if there's just one tree, just go and kind of lean on it. You don't have to hug it if you don't want to be, you can hug it if you like. It's a good way. You could just touch the tree. You can just be around the tree. The trees are there for us. They're there to give us the oxygen that we need, and they're there to also help us with soothing the inner fire that we have sometimes, or soothing our mind that keeps going, the monkey mind. So this is very nice for a message. Okay, we'll put that there. So this completes the reading for our Sagittarius, and I'm Tina from Cosmic Turtles. Please like, share, subscribe, and you can make a donation as well, and the information is below on how to do that. And thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.